one, 7.3, analyzing budgets. Whoa, behold. Okay. Analyzing a budget. Let's read it through. Let's see what we can figure out. It's good times. Good. Patrice. ATI. Pick up old nasty out of the bin and grab yourself 7.3. Patrice is budgeted to put $35 a week into savings. This accounts for 12% of her income. So first of all, this is what we got to figure out. What is the income? If $35, a small amount, is 12%, what is 100% of her income? Okay, what's that? I don't know either. Yeah. So what do we set up? 12% is as a fraction? Probably not, though, because what's the 12?
I put the 12 over the X, but I still got 291, it makes sense.
Okay, but let's set it up. Sometimes you can set stuff up, but it doesn't. It gives you the right answer for the wrong reasons or something like that. When you see 12%, you think it's a fraction. What's a fraction for a percentage? Anytime. Yeah. 12 is the small amount. That means if she made $100 a month, 12% of her income would be $12. Hello, Kevin. Come on up to the front and grab yourself a budget sheet. They're down there. So out of the $35, that's not her total. That's the small amount of income, eh? X is what you want to find, the grand total. And you were right in the sense that you knew it was a good answer because it was larger than $35. And it's approximately 5 times-ish, 4 times-ish larger. What is that answer then again? $291, you said? Yeah, you would. You would. $291.67 rounded. Okay, cross multiply, divide by the loaner. That's the equation. So, total income, it's not much. She must be a high school kid or something like that because can't survive on $291.67 a month. Now, are you with me on this? You are, you guys, well, maybe. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's read this again. She's putting $35 a week into savings. This accounts for 12% of her income. She makes, oh, this is weekly income. Oh, my mistake. Yeah. That's not bad. If she follows her budget, how much will she save in 1 year? Well, in 1 year, how many weeks in a year? You guys know that off the top of your head? 52. So B, that's 52 weeks in a year. She's going $35 a week, right? You know what to do, right? Why not? Do you know what to do on B? Okay, because I wasn't sure if you knew how to do it. So she's saving $35 a week, 52 weeks in a year. How much does she save over the year? You know how to do it. So you multiply, right? Instead of adding that 52 times, you multiply. 52 weeks times your $35 a week. Like you guys said, it's 1820, isn't it? Hi there.
Hi there.
Are you Riley?
Yes.
Come on in. Come on in. Mr. Shidelka, why don't you just grab that sheet there, and if you need a calculator, grab it. We're just on this first page here, and then I'll chat with you later. We're doing a lesson on this stuff. Where am I at? B. Okay. Actually, you'll find this stuff. I'm sure you can just jump right in on this. It's not too bad. Weekly income. B. Follows her budget. How much she saved in 1 year. Okay. C. If her salary decreases by 3% and she continues to put 12% of her income into the savings, how much will she save in a year? Now this is a kind of a two-part question. Do you guys understand it, first of all? She's gonna, does it increase or decrease? Increases by 3. She gets a raise, 3% raise or something like that, right? So instead of $291 a week, she's gonna get something more. How do you find what 3% of $291 is? First of all, so what is her raise? Let's see. So she's got a 3% raise. So that means 3% of 291 is what she increases by. Anytime you have a percent, it's a fraction, right? TI. What's 3% as a fraction? It's out of? Yep. 3 out of 100. So what is 3% of 291? 67. Come up with that answer in a second here. Now, here we just did A and B. I'm going to jot those down, Riley, and then we'll see about this here. Figure out what our new increase is. So old Nasty treating you well? Is she giving you the right answer, Tony? It's not a huge raise in a week, but it's something. It's $8 or $9, I think. $8.75? Hey. My estimating skills aren't too bad. So that's how much extra, that's the 3% extra. So in actuality, that's how much extra she earns in a week. So that means her new wage in a week is going to be the original $291, all that, plus the raise of $8.75. Doesn't seem like much, but over a year, you know, that's even over a month. For an extra $35 in a month. Anyways, we add that up, 67, 75. You guys ain't giving me the answers fast enough. 342, is that right? Okay. That is. Okay. This is her new wage. Now, to read the problem again, her salary increases by 3%. Okay, good. But she continues to put 12% of her income into savings. Now, $300 is what you want to find 12% of. Does that make sense? She's got more money, so she's going to save a little bit more. What's 12% of this? So saves. How much does she save? 12% is really 12 out of 100. We want to know what that is out of $300.42. Same equation a million times, eh? Cost multiplied divided by the loaner. It's a phrase that pays. Riley, do you know how to solve one of those just like by, like calculator, just by looking at 12 over 100 is equal to x over 300? Not thinking about it too much? These guys, they're used to this one. They do it a million times. I'll go through something with you. You're not as familiar with that one, or are you? Cross multiply, divide by the loaner we save. It's the way we save, but yeah. 12 times 300.42. Then divide by the 100 afterwards, and you'll get the x. Right? Does that make sense? Yeah. So, what is the new savings? $30? 4 cents.
$6.
Pardon?
36.
36?
5
Good. $36.05. Okay. Yeah, I don't have it worked out. Yeah, $30 would be $36.05. I heard you say. Then, lastly, that's a week. This is a big problem. So in a year, $52 weeks times your $36.05. And I jot some stuff down in my book. $36 times 52. I'm just doing it myself. 1874 and 66. Now, with that raise, does it really make her save a lot extra money in the year? 1820, 1874. It's a little bit more, right? $54 extra. It adds up slowly. This must be, it's a slow process to save money, really slow. Because you got to live life in the meantime too. So, like unless you live at home, it's hard to sock away a lot of money. So, do we follow this example here? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Looking across, Tony, you're avoiding eye contact. You do or don't?
Do what?
Do you follow me on this? That C problem is big. Okay. Okay, good. And then, yeah, I'm just checking here. Yeah, I got one more example I'll do. Okay. So flip the old page. Salima. Salami. Nope, Salima. If you switch the I and the A around, it's salami. Salima works as a lifeguard and a swim instructor. She earns about $2,400 a month. The average monthly expenses are as follows. So her expenses: rent, $760. Utilities, $140. Food is about $400. Transportation, $175. Entertainment, $200. Clothing, $200. Savings, $180. Other stuff. Popcorn and bubble gum, $345 a month. That's the upside. Okay. And she's researched spending guidelines. They give a recommendation of how much your income you should spend in each category. They say housing should be 25 to 35% and so on. Utilities, all these different categories. What percent? Okay. So we got to take a look at this and see what percentage of each category represents her income, your rent and all this kind of stuff like this. What we got to do then? $2,400 is her income. She spends $760 a month on rent. What percentage is that? How do we set that up? Do you guys know how to set her up? Oh, you want it out of 100 if it's a percent. Let's just do this one, and then we'll do them. Once you set one up, you don't have to do the rest. But basically it's this. I'll do it for rent first. You want to know what out of 100, because that's a percentage, right? that 760 is out of 2,400. Now let's think about this so we can do the same thing for every one of them, right? Do you realize that every time you're just going to multiply this by 100, but what does 760 times 100, it just adds on the zeros, right? And then you divide by the 2,400. And it's what percent? Let's round them off to just 32 then, because it was 0.6. So 32%, yeah. Because these guidelines are in the 25 to 35. We don't need decimals. So 32%, sure. So I'm going to put down here 32%. That's solved now. Now, all I'm asking you is, do you really have to write down x out of 100 every time? I'd say you could just take your $140 in the next one, multiply by 100, divide by, every time the total income is 2,400, right? It's almost the same calculation every time. You just replace the first number. 140 times 100, divide by 2,400. 400 times 100, divide by 2,400. I'll let you guys get started on that. And we'll see, we'll just write down all of these. This is A we're doing right here. You guys write them in neatly and decide each one of these, okay? I'll give you a few minutes.